So hi guys, how are you all? I hope all of you will be good and safe. So today we have Vivek with us, who is currently pursuing his MS in Business Analytics and Big Data in IE Business School. So I will be calling him and I will be asking about his journey, how he is doing. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. Thank you, Vivek, for joining the call and taking out your time. And today, basically, I called you regarding sharing your journey. How did you get into that IE Business School in Europe for pursuing your masters? And what was your journey from here, from India to Europe? And why did you choose that Europe over the other, like USA? We have like Australia is there, and the rest of the world.
Thank you, Shiv, for having me here. It's a great opportunity to share uh, my experience of how I managed to be here where I'm today. So it all started a couple of years back. It's very important to have a clear mind, uh, what you want to pursue, where exactly you want to pursue. Mm,
Yeah,
Uh, my thought of my experience says that you should select those courses which you are interested in, select those universities which blend into your curriculum. So it's not that every university is for you and you are for every university. It's not one university for all. You have to
yeah,
have uh, the horses for courses kind of approach. So it does take time. I initially took around 4 to 5 months in uh, listing out which universities are favorable for me. Before that, I took around 2 to 4 weeks to decide which course should I be applying to. Once I was clear in my head which course I wanted to apply to, then I started searching universities. Now, for me, the criteria was uh, I should not spend more than a year in my masters. So probably USA was out of picture because most of the master's degree have a 2 year program.
yeah.
There was Australia in my mind, and a couple of universities did provide a 1 year program, but then again their courses started somewhere in January or March the next year, and I wanted it this year, somewhere from August or September. So that eliminated Australia. In Europe, uh, I had a couple of universities, uh, but then again, their curriculum did not match my criteria. So I was very specific about which universities I want and the type of curriculum these universities provide, which will be suitable for me.
Yeah.
Hence, I shortlisted only two universities in Europe. One was the IE Business School in Spain, and the second one was ESSEC University of France. So the first university which I applied, that is IE, and I got cleared in the technical round, in the interview round as well. So I directly got admitted.
Okay. So, Vivek, do you think that those who are in like who are not that good in studies and like if they are not able to score good GRE score or GMAT score for pursuing masters, so do you think that they will be able to get into the good school all like across the world, like whether in Europe or Australia or the USA? So, like what approach they should follow or like how they should like go ahead with this?
Yeah, definitely. Academics plays an important role, but it is not the only criteria.
Yeah,
Okay, so yes, you should. None of the universities only cares about your GMAT or your GRE marks. For me, in my case, I didn't have a great GMAT score. It was average. Okay, or you might even consider below average as well. But yes, you should have a good extracurricular activities record. You need to show that you are a social person. You do volunteering works. You participate in sports. You participate in uh, different activities. You need to show that you're an all-rounder. Okay, because masters and business schools, they are not only about how hard you can study. It's about the all-round aspect, right? So
Yeah.
yes, try to focus on GRE and GMAT, but in parallel, make sure that you have other extracurricular activities as well going on. Okay.
So, okay, so basically those who are in college right now, and if they are aiming for the higher studies all over the world, so they should start engaging themselves in extracurricular activities, and they should pursue it as a thing, so that it will be better for them to go ahead and to do good in life. Correct? Like they should start doing from the college itself. They should not wait anything, even if they are not good at. They should do it uh, for improving themselves. Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Shiv, because uh, people who are planning to do masters abroad, uh, it might occur a bit late to them that, oh, okay, they should have participated in
Yeah.
extracurricular activities earlier. So
Hmm.
the moment you realize it is the moment you start doing stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the best approach, and moving forward, then you can spread the word out to your friends who are, or your juniors who are still in the first year or the second year, or in high school, that they need to concentrate on this aspect as well. Okay, and then coming to applications to any of the master's program, I would suggest for the freshers that it's better to have a minimum of 3 to 4 years of experience, working experience. Get the idea of how companies work, how the team manages certain projects, and that will be really very helpful to get a job after your master's degree.
Okay.
So that should be a primary focus. Yeah, get 2 3 years 4 years of experience, then there's no one stopping you, because recently you have seen everywhere in all the job portals, even though they uh, require freshers, even though the application is uh, for the freshers at entry level, they require at least 2 to 3 years of experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's difficult for freshers to just go directly into masters and then search a job, especially outside India. So get a hands-on experience, get 3 to 4 years of work experience, do your masters, and then you will be set.
Okay. So Vivek, as you are about to complete your masters in Spain, if in IE Business School, so did you feel any kind of language barrier over there? Because in Spain, they have their language Spanish over there, correct? Obviously, in your particular university, English would be the primary one. They like all these things would be happening in English itself. But apart from that, suppose if someone is trying to get a job over there, or they are trying looking for a job, so is there any criteria that they should know Spanish kind of language where it is there?
Yeah, language can be a barrier,
Yeah.
but it again depends on the company. If there are big companies like EY, Deloitte, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, it doesn't matter whether its location is in Spain or it's in Germany or anywhere around the world. Uh, their communication will be done in English.
Okay.
If you're trying to open a startup, a new company of your own, for example, let's say in Spain or in Germany, then you need to know the local language, right? Because you will be hiring people locally from there. And since it is a startup, you will have to interact with the local authorities. Or if you're planning to join a local company, these local companies are usually customer centric, which interact with customers on a daily basis. So in that case, you will have to know the local language. But in cases of big companies, until unless you are not towards the administration side where you need to interact with your customers or your clients directly, language is never a barrier.
Okay. So language plays a role, but not that much, so that people should get
Yes,
afraid to go ahead in Europe and pursue their masters. Correct?
yes, it is never a barrier.
Yeah. And apart from that, Vivek, I just want to know that suppose if you have just completed your masters over there, so how many years of work permit you will get basically?
Initially, see, it depends from one country to another, Shiv. Uh, when I applied in Spain, I got a student visa for 1 year.
Okay.
So the course was of 10 months duration. So after that, you have around 2 months of time to search for jobs, look out for internships. So if you're getting an internship within this 2.5 months of time period, then the consulate itself will extend your visa, or the company where you got your internship or your job, they will take care of your visa responsibilities. So you don't have to worry about it. And I feel 2 months is quite enough for anyone to search a job. Now the situation is very extreme, hence the job profiles and the requirements are a bit less, but overall it's quite easy.
Okay. So Vivek, most of the students they are from the middle class background, and if even if they are trying to search or they are going for a masters in like Europe or the USA, so I'm not talking about USA right now. In Europe, will they get any part-time job, or like if they want to contribute in their academics, or apart from that in the free time if they want to do some part-time jobs, so like is it available, or like how difficult it is to get a part-time job there if they're trying to, like if they're searching for that?
Shift getting part-time jobs is not at all an issue. The issue is the university approving it. Not
Okay.
all universities allow their students to do a part-time job, because the course itself will be so tedious and it will be so demanding. You won't have time to uh, work part-time as well. There will be classes, then you'll have to study on your own, prepare for presentations. You have multiple assignments on your head, and the deadlines will be everything together. You won't just get time for your part-time jobs. So it purely depends on the university which you're applying to. Everything will be mentioned on their website, whether uh, they allow for part-time jobs or not. But then, yes, it is definitely possible. It only depends on the respective university.
Okay. And one more thing, like what is the placement scenario? You are in from IE Business School, correct? So what is the placement scenario in Europe? Like once they complete their masters, so it will be like, will it be easy for them to get a job after that, or they have to start to look out for a job very extensively and then they will get the job? So how it will work?
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind is you cannot compare how universities work in India and how universities work abroad.
Yes.
In India,
Yeah.
you have your placement departments who will call in different companies, and then you just have to
Yes.
uh, sit and apply.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here, yes, there are placement cells, there are placement departments, but they do not call any companies. They help you, they guide you how to make your CVs, how to create cover letters for each and every individual company. But it's you as a student who have to go to the company website, see the requirements or what they need, see which requirements you can fulfill, and then you have to take the initiative and apply to those companies. The
Okay.
talent and program careers department will only help you, support you in telling you how to prepare your resume, how to prepare your cover letters. But then again, you have to do all the hard work.
Obviously, it
Yeah.
completely depends on the student, like how they will perform in that particular interview and all. college
Yeah,
has
coming
nothing
to
to
the
do with that.
interview is the second approach. Getting
Yeah,
shortlisted for the company is what matters. It's very difficult to push the door open. Once it is open, it's comparatively easy. So interviews are comparatively easier than getting shortlisted for the interview.
so does grade matters in masters, like for getting shortlisted in the company or company and all?
A few companies do consider your grades.
Okay.
So, but then again, those are the very top level companies, and if these companies are considering the grades, then definitely these companies will also consider very high level universities. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
so if and most of the time students do not reach or do not get admitted to these high level top level universities, right? So
Yeah.
beyond that, grades not that important. And specifically if you have a 3 to 4 years work experience, then grades, it is just a number. Companies don't care what grade you get. What company really cares about is how much experience do you have and what you can contribute to that. So just keep on
Okay.
passing with relatively better marks. For example, a 60 percentage in any BTech or MTech course in India is sufficient to make you eligible for an interview. Similarly here, if it's a grade system, so you don't have to be in top 5 or top 10. You just keep on passing, get the minimum score required, and then start applying for jobs.
Okay, one more thing at last I will ask you. If someone wants to do the masters over there and like he wants to get the scholarship so that it will be easier for in the tuition fees and all. So what kind of provision they have for scholarship and how do they decide that which student has to get the scholarship?
That's a very important and interesting question, Shiv. uh, Scholarships definitely is a big boost because of the fee structures for international
Yeah.
students is quite high. So as I said, uh, plan your masters in advance, at least 1 year before, so that you have an opportunity to apply as early as possible. Every university has a round robin fashion of intake. They'll have round one, round two, round three, wherein you can apply in any of the rounds. Okay, but the earlier you apply, the more is the chances that you get selected, and there will be more chances that you will have an opportunity to get a scholarship, because scholarships are always given on first come first serve basis. So if you're applying in the first round, multiple scholarships will be available. There will be at least 30s or 40 types of scholarships. So you will be having the facility to apply to any of the scholarships, and the chances of you getting the scholarship will be high. But if you're applying in the last round, say the sixth round or the seventh round, then since the scholarships are distributed on a first come first serve basis, you might hardly be left with one or two scholarships, and it does not mean that you will be eligible for those scholarships as well. So
Yeah.
try to apply as early as possible and make yourself available.
Yeah. And at last, one simple advice from you, those who are right now in college and they are planning to do masters abroad. So what they should do now, right now? They should get placed. They should have some work experience, and then they should go for it. Or even if like there will be someone like who will be who want to do the masters just after the college. So what kind of advice generally you will give to those students?
See, there's no hard and fast rule that after completing your
Yeah.
engineering, if you go ahead and do your master's straight away, you will not get a job. No, that's a myth. But the point is,
Okay.
getting a job becomes slightly bit difficult if you do not have any working experience, right? So
Yeah.
in countries, especially such as US, usually the job vacancies are very high, so people usually get placed there. But
Yes.
if you have particular work experience, 2 to 4 years of work experience, then there's no one stopping you. Every company will know, okay, this person has already been in a project, already knows how a particular team works. So it will be easier for them to hire you. So you will be giving them an opportunity uh, to test your skills. But if you're raw, if you're fresh, you don't have any work experience, then even the company will think twice. How
Yes,
will this person adapt to the company environment? Will this person be able to uh, give in 100% of his energy or not? So why to give a company to think on those
exactly.
lines, right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
for the final year students, pass with good marks, 60%, 65% is the minimum criteria. Do that. Once you're done, get a job anywhere, somewhere, work for 2 years, 3 years, go for your masters, then after that you're set.
Yeah. Thanks, Vivek, for sharing your valuable this information with all of us. And it was a nice talking to you. Thanks, Vivek.
Thank you, Shiv, for having me here. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching this video. If you like this, please give a thumbs up. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. See you all in my next video.